Ah, back home. It's nice to get...
Alright, we're going to try a speed
My
run.
favorite workshop. With enough raw materials, this cupboard can fill right up with any... Here's where we write the story. Or where I rewrite
Alright,
it.
so let's see. We did, so that very first run there took 35 minutes, but we did 100% of all collectibles there. We got all of the thief tokens. We found like every single amber, iron, or basically everything that there is to find. I'm pretty sure that I found everything, and on the entire level, and there was no stone left unturned. But I did have to kill a lot of people. Some of them I didn't have to, but I did. And it was not a swiftness run. So what we're going to do now is try a speed run. The speed run has to be done in 10 minutes. And there's a couple of places where you can cut off time in the beginning. Instead of waiting for the goblin hunters to kill the goblin and then sneak past them, you can just go up and over where you're doing your Tarzan thing. You can just go up and over the building and come down on the other side ahead of the two goblin hunters, and you save some time there. You can skip the slide for life when you come out of that long hallway and you're on a platform and there's two guards that are going in a circle around the platform. You can skip the slide for life down to the lower platform on the left where there's a bunch of harvestable stuff there. So just skip that and move on. And then if you hit the bottom floor first of the Silver Goblet and then the main floor, but go immediately to the main floor while they're still having their conversation, you can actually make it up to the top floor before they finish the conversation, and so you don't have to wait for that one patrolling guard. And then on the top floor, instead of clearing anything out, you go out the side. As you're looking at it, you go out down the right side outside and sneak inside the little side room, grab that, and then go out the same way, and it sets you up to just go up and over the building to get to your balloon and out. And those are basically the fastest ways that I know of, anyway, to cut time off of your run. So let's try this. And normally I practice these things a couple of times, but let's just go to it and see how it goes. Make sure you've got F5 on quick draw here. That's your save. I don't know if the cutscenes count towards your time limit, but I skipped them anyway.
I should think about making this my new hideout. Nice quiet neighborhood, good shopping, and the view ain't too bad.
Come on, get up the rope.
To infinity and
So
beyond.
right here, instead of swinging,
You waiting for Tarzan yell? Forget about it.
just come across here.
Carnage has begun training recruits. Oh, this is gonna be short and sweet. How long will 2 against 1 take him?
I don't know if this is actually faster than doing a clone. Doing a clone may be faster, but... You know what would be a lot faster is if I could just... If I could just use a crossbow bolt. Alright. Oh, quick save here. Possible to save during a threat. Oh, they are aware because of that thing right there.
Gear on this bench looks usable. With a few
There,
raw
now we
materials,
can do it.
I should be able to put together some nasty surprise.
Nice one. I was sure it disappeared since the fall of Akanash.
Me too. We'll make a ton of money out of it.
It's my lucky day. The casket distribution.
There's my invisibility burned through that.
Let's see if there's something useful around here.
Why not just shout it from the rooftop?
So, if you beat that conversation, you save some time. Come out here. But when the various characters here, the NPCs, are having their conversations, that's honestly the best time to beat the rush. Let's do another quick
Have
save
you seen
here.
the posters? Carnage is recruiting. There are squads hunting goblins in other places too.
missed that.
It'd be a good way to get out of this shit.
Come on.
I don't think I'm made for the job. Those things scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, this guy's
you
gonna
wouldn't
catch
last
me
a
now.
day, and there's some real hard cases in the squads.
Oh, no, he didn't catch me. That was good. Alright, here, there's really nothing to it here, except to just wait for this patrol here. I'm sure there are people who've done better. They've got little secret ways around, but this is one of those things that I've not found a better way to do it than to just wait for these guys and then follow them. And they sometimes stop right here. Yep, right there. So don't follow too close. And there's a guy facing you, so don't go down there, come around.
Ah, the Silver Goblin. Used to be the best bar in this part of Thobin. Looks like the chick.
Really? That was silly. Didn't jump in
Ah,
time.
the Silver Goblin. Used to be the best bar in this part of Thobin.
There we go.
Looks like the change of owner has brought in some not so fresh faces.
Okay, so bottom first. And then while that conversation is still going,
Yeah, but I don't really believe it.
try to beat it to the top.
But it means we can blame
Call
him.
of booty. It's even better than a booty call.
Those filthy parasites are a pain in the arse, and there's too many of them.
And if they start understanding what we say as well as wrecking the place,
There we go.
think about it.
I'm not going to think
Beat
about
that
it.
conversation,
I'd rather just
and we
go
can
and
avoid a
join
patrolling
carnage before it happens.
guard.
Chandelier. The saboteur's handy, buddy. If they come unhooked at just the right moment, they can create carnage.
Alright, now right here. We'll go all the way across, all the way around. Clear to the other side. And we'll get caught. Let's try that again.
But
Call of booty. It's even better than a booty call.
Those filthy parasites are a pain in the arse, and there's too many of them.
And if they start understanding what we say as well as wrecking the place, I don't even want to think about it.
I'm not going to think about it. I'd rather just go and join carnage before it happens.
The chandelier. The saboteur's handy, buddy.
Suppose we
If
could
they
just
come
try
unhooked at
picking the lock
just
here.
right moment, they can create carnage.
this is our last one right here. So, we'll do a quick save here. I wait for this guy to leave.
The smell of booty. Stupid goblins don't know from the good things in life. Seems heavier than the others.
Really? I don't know why I didn't grab that ledge.
The smell of booty. Stupid goblins don't know from the good things in life. Seems heavier than the others.
Alright. Now, this right here, if we can manage it, it can be kind of hairy sometimes, but there we go. Up and over.
I hear that Ambassador Arcides' airship is on his way.
And there we go.
What? Didn't he restock just a few weeks ago?
So it took a couple of reloads. Missed a few grips, missed a few jumps, got caught once. But I believe that's a gold medal speed run there. We'll see. They go floating away. That should be a mercy run and a speed run and a zero alert run. Yep. There we go. Alright. So there's the swiftness run and the shadow run, even though we did the shadow run last time. And a mercy run, and we did it in under 10 minutes, easy under 10 minutes, 7:13. So we had almost 3 full minutes to spare, which gives us the extra 100 skill points. And the previous run, we already did the tear down all the posters, we already did the 100% thief tokens. So running the mission twice, that's like, that's as many skill points as you're going to get out of it. There's no reason to run it a third time, except if you consume a lot of your craftable stuff in a mission. Come back and run this one. Super easy run, very quick run. You can run it in half an hour and reload, get almost a full load of everything. I mean, unless you've maxed out your alchemy tree, in which case, like, your capacity to hold things is increased, and it'll take several runs. Especially for poisonous spore. I think the poisonous spore is probably the rarest one, at least at this point. Later on in the game, the unstable spore becomes a lot rarer than a poisonous spore. Tons rarer. And once you get into the elven areas, insect eggs just basically rain down from the sky. It's kind of ridiculous. And I use them almost never, but insect eggs everywhere. Elves love their insects. So yeah, there you go. There's your speed run, under 10 minutes. And we're back here at the hideout. And now we'll get this cutscene again.
Nice to get back to the good old hideout. Some may find the decoration a little crude. I got all the comfort and equipment I need right here. Let me show you around, my friend.
So, we're back here, right where we started.
Favorite workshop.
And now we have 595 skill points available. Personally, obviously everybody has their own gameplay style, but personally, I use craftables like they're going out of style. I burn through them like nothing. I am constantly using, like poisonous bolts, acid traps especially, because the acid traps are good against the armored people, until you get the Cloak of Invisibility. Once you get the Cloak of Invisibility, which is like the second to the last mission, then you don't need any acid traps at all, because you can do the whole hang off the cliff and whistle to get them to come over, and you can pull them off the cliff, and that gets rid of them just as easily as an acid trap, and it doesn't consume anything. But you can't do that nearly so much until you get the Cloak of Invisibility, because you have to be invisible. Otherwise, you whistle for them, you hang off the edge of the cliff, and they find you, they pull you up and kill you, on Goblin difficulty at least. So you can only be invisible for so long until you get the Cloak of Invisibility, so it kind of doesn't work early on in the game. But you use acid traps a lot, 3 to begin with, 5 later on, once you get your super ultimate upgrade, which is mission, I think 4, you get your first pure quartz. And by mission 4, you can have all of this unlocked easily. Have all this unlocked. But yeah, acid solution. I don't use acid solution almost ever. I just pick up the body and throw it in a corner somewhere, and people almost never find it. Or if you throw it in a closet, people will definitely never find it. Poisonous bolts, though. If you want to do a mercy run, you can shoot somebody with a poisonous bolt and it doesn't count as killing them. They just get a stomach ache and they go for a while, and you can, run past them or whatever. And then this one I use a ton. This is actually my favorite outfit until I get the Cloak of Invisibility. Again, because I use all of this equipment constantly. The Alchemist Toolbox and Amber Dagger. I sometimes use the Amber Dagger and sometimes use the Acid Dagger. The Dagger of Akanash is what it's called in the game, but it's just an Acid Dagger. I use one or the other of these. I don't use the one that lets you do silent kills, even though that's one you have to get later in the game. Either mission 3, no, mission 4. I think mission 4 you get the tapered dagger. I think it's called tapered dagger, which makes all of your kills silent. But you can't parry with it, which isn't a big deal in Goblin difficulty anyway, because you can't fight. They catch you, you're dead. You done did died dead. But the Amber Dagger doesn't really do much for me. I kind of don't care. Or not the Amber Dagger, the Tapered Dagger. The Amber Dagger I like because it can replenish my my Amber. So yeah, this is by far my favorite skill tree. This is my least favorite skill tree because I'm doing mercy runs. Pickpocketing only works when you kill somebody, so that's not much of a thing. This is extremely handy, being able to throw further. Not necessarily just because you can shoot your bolts further, but you can throw sand further as well. So you can take down the wasps from further away. You can also throw your sand at the little green fungus explodey things on the ground from further away. I don't know what they're called. And you can also throw at torches from further away, which is a handy thing. All this stuff I kind of don't care about at all. These two were the very last ones that I ever got. This is okay. This is really one of the best ones. This line right here, these 3. These, not so much. Not for me anyway. This one, handy I guess, but I wasn't super excited about it. The cocoon, definitely, like, this whole thing was useful. The smoke bombs, I didn't use them all that much, and they didn't seem to be that effective. Like, I'd send a clone in, the clone would die, and it would create this gigantic fog cloud, but everybody seems to be able to see me through it anyway, so I don't know what the deal is with that. The clones, mostly I use the clones to clear out the Roby eggs. Like when you get into a Roby area and you have the wasps and then the drooling fungus that's on the ceiling that drools the acid down. Then you have the exploding fungus on the floor that goes kablooey. You have the armored Robies, the beetles, that you can't shoot with your crossbow. And then you have the kind of I don't know, the carriers, for lack of a better term. They're the kind of gold, almost glowing Robies that give birth to a bunch of little tiny green seekers, little kamikaze Robies. And then you have the Roby eggs. And so what I mostly use the clone for is for the Roby eggs, the things that glow red and then they explode and give birth to a bunch of the little kamikaze baby Robies. I send in a clone, and the clone walks up to the thing, and it explodes, and they kill the clone. Yay, big deal. But those things are irritating. There's no other way to take care of them. You just have to trigger them and escape the exploding kamikaze things. They can't jump, so if you can go up onto a ledge, they can't get to you. But anyway, that's way aside. This one right here is handy. You can teleport back and forth to your clone. Normally you can not teleport, but you can normally control yourself, control the clone, control yourself, control the clone. And then if you want to, you can disintegrate where you are and reintegrate into the clone. I mean, it kills the clone, but it's handy in certain places, especially boss battles. With the combination Cocoon and Rebirth, yeah, you got it going on in the boss battle. The boss battle against Lakima, I don't understand why everybody has trouble with it, because it's super, super easy if you use a clone. It's not even remotely close to hard. You just use a clone. And then the alchemy tree. So anyway, I'm not going to spend anything here. I'll just
even with enough raw materials.
I'll just continue.
Shitload of stuff that would come in mighty handy in the right situation.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, I can't craft lockpicks yet. So let's come over here and do that and that, and then come over here. Oh, I have 3 lockpicks, so it didn't matter anyway. I can craft a vial of amber, though. There, so I'll set it like that, so that when I go on a mission, I'm not using any additional skills. Good. Wrong one. So I've got a full load of stuff. And got a full load of stuff here. I mean, I could pick up 2 more breakables and 1 more vial of acid. I could have picked up that vial of acid on the last run, just before the slide for life, the very first slide for life, but I didn't. There was plenty of time to. Anyway, that was your speed run and another review of the skills going forward. But I'm going to try to do this entire run, this entire video series with no skills at all. Don't know if I can do it or not. I mean, I've completed the game fully and like unlocked all skills. So let's see here. There you go, right here, 100%. So I have like I've literally got every single achievement, and I even found the secret achievement where you have to give an offering to Lakima. I'll be honest though, I looked that up because I couldn't figure out what the secret achievement was. I went all over the place doing all sorts of things. Yeah, so I had to look that one up on the internet. It's definitely not a super obvious one. It's not one I ever would have found, even accidentally found, because there's never anywhere else in the game where you can do anything even close to that. So it was a total departure from everything that you ever do normally. So, But yeah, so I've got the 100% run. So I think this time, this go through, I will attempt to do the entire thing with, kind of like my Diablo series, where I'm going. I have the assassin that's going through with no magic gear, all white or gray gear, and then I have the druid who's going through with no gear at all. I think I'll do the same thing here. I'll attempt a full run of the game with no skills at all, ever. And we'll see how that works out. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more similar videos, skill-less, Styx, both farming runs and speed runs.